I wanted to point out another thing in that last video that I did. That's something that people don't see. And since we've straightened out the head and you start to straighten out your body movements, I'm going to point out some very important things. You know, there's a lot of levers in a swing. It's all your joints. It's your shoulder joints. It's your elbow joints. It's your wrist joints. It's also your finger joints. And that's what people usually miss. And it's on both arms. You know, you use leverage in both arms. So it's very important when you do the axe move that you bend both elbows. Come up over your shoulder and then, you know, slam the clump down. You know, hammer it down, sledgehammer it down, axe it down behind your right foot. But there's another part of this that people really always miss. They look at the grip. I kind of showed you how to get it by slamming that club down on the sole, doing the axe drill over your head. But traditionally they look at the V's on the hands. So look at the V's here. Okay. Sometimes I have this V on the left hand going a little more up my forearm, but you know, they're not quite matched. But that right one always goes up my right forearm. And I'm going to show you why that's so important. And this should be a video slowed down enough that we can see exactly why I have the speed I have. Just a practice swing. But, okay, I'm releasing levers now. You know, I've got the shoulder moving down. I'm getting to that palm up position right here. Okay, that I always talk about. And here's why. You saw the way the V's were on my hand. Now watch my right hand. It's almost palm up still there, but see the position of the wrist? Now watch. From this point to here, did you see how far that club had traveled? And you can even see it in the grass. See how long it's sweeping and how shallow in the grass? But look at my hand. So I've started the levers working. It's kinetic chain. And now I'm cracking that whip I always talk about. Exactly the way you'll see in that bull crack video in my playlist. The very first video in my playlist. You can look at it. This is the same move. And that's where I'm getting the immense speed. And it looks like I'm hardly doing anything because guess what? I'm not. I'm not doing a lot of movement. Look at the grass. Look at how long sweeping that is. Okay. With an iron, I just angle it down into the ground more. That's all I'm doing. You know, here I'm sweeping a 3-wood. But watch the hand. Boom. Boom. See the V going up my forearm? See the other V going up my other forearm? You know, so that's why the biokinetic grip can work. But really, it's the use of your hands. And see with my knuckles, you know, after the strike, they turn down. But you can really see it well here, exactly what I'm doing. The butt end points back. I close that angle of the butt between that and my right wrist real fast. But it's because of this right hand, wrist, elbow, shoulder movement. I'm snapping and cracking, literally, the whip. And that's where I'm getting the speed. That's why at 60 years old, I can generate 156 mile an hour club head speed. This is how I do it. But you can't see it. And the leverage is even into my fingers at this point because I'm getting that butt end of that club pointed back at my wrist. I'm unhinging my wrist, and then with the last two fingers, I'm holding even tighter and just cracking that thing. If you watch that side crack bullwhip video, you'll get the idea. It's really simple. Some people say everything's always on 45s. Well, look at that hand. Is that hand pointed down at a 45? My right hand? You bet it is. But look at the distance traveled with just a flick. Hope that helps. It's all just little pieces. There's a lot to it. Guess what? In the end, you go back to simplicity.